Hey guys, I'm Sarah from sarahkbrandiscontent.com. I want to talk to you today about that horrible sticky bit that you get. I think it's typically about 6 months or so into your new coaching business, although that can vary, and recently we've probably all felt a bit of it with COVID. Now, if you've got to that bit where you've started your business, had that initial flurry of clients and thought, this is great, and then that initial flurry have dried up, and you're now like, cannot get a new client for love nor money, I think the really easy thing to do is to blame the recession that we're in because of COVID. And it might be an element of that, but it's not 100% that, and it might be something that you can actually fix. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that so many new business owners tend to miss the really essential step of building themselves an email list to market to. Because in the long term of your business, so long after that initial 6 month flurry, these people will be your next clients and your next clients and your next clients. This is where you get that steady stream of clients from, and that's what makes a business sustainable. Now, when we first start, and I'm generalizing, but it's really typical because before I became a freelance marketing consultant, I worked for a life coach training school as their marketing manager. So I've seen this happen so many times in so many coaching businesses. So, what happens is you start out and you launch your coaching business and you tell everybody you know. And if you're smart, you will ask everybody you know to tell their friends about you and ask them to refer people to you. So, those first coaching clients that you get, one, they're referrals, they're friends of friends. So they've come to you easily. You haven't got to do a hard sell on them. You haven't got to really market yourself very much because your friend trusts you, their friend will trust you too. So it's really easy to get those first clients. Furthermore, because you're starting, also you're probably charging the lowest rate ever. So again, it makes it even easier to get those sales. Now, once that initial flurry of referrals dries up, this is where it gets sticky because you then want to be in the position of acquiring the next clients from the marketing that you've done. And this is where a lot of new coaches struggle because they don't have a lot of guidance on marketing. And if you need that, follow me, by the way, because that's what I'm here for. But without that guidance, they don't realize that from day dot, from the first day of their business, they should have been working on building their email subscriber list because it takes time to do it. But once you've got a list, a decent sized list, and I'm talking a couple of thousand people is a decent size to get you started, and once you've been regularly keeping them entertained and interacting with them and building this trust with them, which is so important to making the sales, you need those to kick in. If you haven't started building that list early, then when the clients dry up after 6 months, and if you find you're starting from scratch then with building an email list, there's this horrible gap before you start getting a regular stream of clients again. It's like this middle bit, tumbleweed city. It's terrifying and it makes you question everything. You'll be like, should I be in this business? A lot of people will have this horrible patch. Some of them will actually give up and go back to their old day jobs, and it's really sad. It's not what I want to see people doing because, you started this coaching business because that was your dream. You wanted to help people and you wanted that freedom to work in a way that helps you too. And to let go of that and go back to your old job is really sad. So this is why I harp on and on about the importance of building an email list. Now, if you find yourself in this gap, so you've had your initial flurry of referrals in your new business, now you've got this problem, where are my next clients coming from? I don't know. If you're in this gap and you haven't been building your email subscriber list, don't panic. It doesn't mean that you have to close the doors on your business. It just means that you need to get on with it. So don't feel like it's all over because no one told you this 6 months ago. You can come back from this. You just need to make sure that you do get on it. So if you want to learn about how to do that, I've got a free class. It's on a webinar. There are several dates available. So if you want to jump on one of those classes, then I will pop a link for you to find it in the description below, and just pick a date, jump on and learn about how to start doing this for yourself. But I thought also it would be good if I told you how I know this to be true. So obviously I mentioned that I worked with a lot of life coaches, and my background was working in a coaching training school as their marketing person. So obviously I saw all the coaches come through, start their new businesses, and saw where they were lacking. But also it's happened to me as well, because it's not exclusive to coaching as a business. So I am a freelance marketing consultant, and I get clients in a very similar way to how you coaches do too. So when I first started out in this business, which was 4.5 years ago now, it was all about referrals to begin with. I had people who knew what I was doing. I'd announced it on LinkedIn. I'd emailed the people that I knew, not my email list because I was just starting to build one then, but just the email contacts that I had in my usual Microsoft Outlook. And I just let them all know what I was doing, and I asked referrals. And you've got to be bold when you're starting out. So I said to everyone I know, this is what I'm doing. I need clients. If you know someone who needs a marketing consultant, please put me in touch with them so that I can help them and they can help me. And that's where my initial clients came from. But of course, over time, as I'd got them settled into their business, they didn't need me forever. So then I needed new clients. And I also experienced this gap, because what I did, my first block of clients, that first 6 to 8 months of business, I overdid it. I took too many people on. At my worst, I had 14 clients a week. And they all had small amounts of my time. It was 2 hours here, 4 hours there. I had to put it all on a spreadsheet to know what the hell I was doing from day to day. It's kind of another story, but I totally burnt myself out doing this as well. But because the point of this, because I was so busy with these 14 clients, I didn't have any time to invest in my own business. So I wasn't focusing on building my own email list. I was just living in the day-to-day, getting through it, crashing out, sleeping, getting up, starting again. So when my clients did start to dry up, I too had this horrible moment of, oh my God, I'm failing. I haven't got my next clients primed and ready for me. What am I going to do? So then I had to hurriedly start building my email list as well. So so I've been there too. I know exactly how it is to feel that panic of where are my next clients coming from. But if you can cool your jets, calm the panic, and focus on doing the basics, which I think building that email list it sounds basic, doesn't it? It's not like a whiz-bang funnel, the sort of thing that you see marketing gurus shouting about on Facebook ads. It's quite old school, really, in terms of marketing, but it is still the most effective and the most cost-effective thing for any small business owner to be doing. So if you're in a one-to-one service business, like coaching, like consulting, as I am, it's still the simplest and most effective thing for you to be doing. And I think as humans, we've got this tendency to think if something is fancy and expensive, it's better. Actually, no. Often the simplest solution is the best thing. And when you have an email list, you've got direct contact with these people. So sure, you can be posting on social media every day, but we all know how the algorithms stop everyone from seeing our posts. So we're fighting upstream against that. But with email, it's down to the recipient if they open your emails or not. So make sure you're writing good emails, but it's always got to be engaging. But yeah, it's up to your reader to open it. You send it and they read it. So you've got much more direct access to their attention. I always send an email once a week on a Monday, and that's me. So that's my regular routine, and my promise to my readers is I won't spam you with tons of email, but also I won't forget about you. So every Monday morning, my subscribers know that they've got a marketing tip in their inbox waiting for them, and that's what they open it for. So I suggest you think about that and do something similar. Give them a reason to stay on your list and to keep opening your emails, because when they do open your emails, you're getting in front of them once a week, you're maintaining a relationship, nurturing it, and, you know, bringing them along the customer journey to become your next clients. And that's what it's all about, really. So just wanted to share that with you today. If you'd like to come to one of my mini classes, I only need about half an hour of your time. I'm not going to bore on for hours and do a huge sales pitch like some of these webinars that you've possibly been to. It's going to be simple because, like I said before, the best solutions usually are the simplest ones. So click the link below and I'll see you on a class soon. I hope that was helpful, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.